the next thing I need to do is install this mid-pipe on my GT. This is actually off of my Mach 1, and I wanted to get the hardware off of the remainder of the H-pipe that was on the car. And this H-pipe is actually a little different. If you look at it, the bends in it are slightly wider, and I think that's to accommodate the automatic transmission. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and I was worried that my Mach 1's mid-pipe wasn't going to fit on the car, but it did end up fitting quite well. So I went ahead and zapped off these bolts. I was able to get the hardware off and then install it on the new one, and then I had to spend some time soldering and getting the O2 sensors extended because the rear O2s are quite a bit farther away than the harnesses were, so that was kind of annoying. And then getting the O2 sensors extended right here, you can see I did that one while it was hanging and soldered it. That was kind of rough, but you can see all these wires here. I just ran the harness back along the side of the transmission. That's where it would have come out, and it has to go way back there by, you know, the middle of the mid-pipe. So next, installing this Teflon O-ring for the power steering pump. This was really important. You have to actually stretch it slightly and then put it over the fitting like this, and I'm pretty sure it goes here. It might have to go a little bit lower. It was nice to go in the way it should have, and then obviously I put it on slowly and made sure I didn't tear it and I didn't roll it over the threads. But then starting up the car, I knew the power steering was going to scream, and you're supposed to add fluid and move the wheels back and forth. So you can see what I'm doing here, and usually it just takes a few seconds and the noise goes away and the air bubbles are out. And so this one took a little bit longer than usual. I wanted to make sure everything was fine, there wasn't anything leaking, and it did make this noise for a while. And the interesting thing was I shut the car off, and then when I started it again, then the noise was completely gone. So I don't know if it had an air bubble that was trapped, and as soon as I shut it off, the pump stopped spinning and the air bubble was released or something. I don't know exactly why, but it did go away, so I was very happy about that. And if you remember, this is a new power steering pump that came off of a Crown Vic police car, so same thing, same everything. It just needed to be installed. And the other one, the pulley was slightly bent, and these pulleys are pressed on, so it's just really difficult to change the pulley out. It's just easier to drop the power steering pump, even though the power steering pump is really annoying to get to. You had to replace that Teflon washer like I showed you. So you can see the fans working too. That was a big relief because I did have to cut that harness and splice everything in, and I'm glad that it all works. I plugged in my programmer. When the engine operating temperature got up, then the fan went on when it should have. But as you can see, I was doing the power steering pump, and I was also burping the cooling system on first startup. So there's a lot going on in that first little start of the car, but it sounds good. It runs smooth now. Everything's good with that. So that's the update for the GT. It's doing really well. I'm very happy with it. It's running, the fluids are all in it, and there's more to come. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next update, and stay tuned for more Mustang content.